Sometimes life feels like a strange play we never auditioned for. We wake up every morning trying to manage everything, trying to control how the day should go, how our future must unfold, who should stay and what should leave. But life has its own rhythm. We assume that if we push harder, stress more, plan perfectly, everything will immediately align. Yet, the more we try to control, the more life surprises us with curves, detours, sudden storms, and somewhere deep inside, you wonder, why is this happening to me? You pray for a breakthrough. You ask for a sign. You stay awake at night with a tired heart and restless thoughts, thinking maybe you just don't deserve the blessings others receive so easily. But pause for a moment. What if everything that feels delayed, denied, difficult is actually preparing you for something bigger than you've ever imagined? Because when God rebuilds you, He doesn't rebuild you small. He breaks to reshape. He pauses to redirect. He delays to protect. Your chapter didn't stop. It shifted. Right now, it may look like nothing is happening, like your effort is going nowhere, like your prayers are unanswered. But beneath the surface, your story is being rewritten. The greatest turns in life always happen when you think the book is over. You see closed doors as rejection, but God sees them as protection, a divine redirection towards something far better. You feel people walking away, but God is making room. You think you're losing everything, but God is clearing the path. He's removing what was too small for the destiny He has for you. And when He gives in ways that silence every doubt. People who once questioned you will ask how you rose so high after falling so hard. People who overlooked you will wonder why grace chose you. They won't understand that the nights that broke you built your spirit. The tears that burned your eyes washed your path. Every moment that felt like punishment was preparation. Every weight you're carrying right now is shaping strength inside you that you don't even see yet. This is not where your story ends. This is where God is gathering momentum. Life isn't asking you to figure out every part of the plan. It's inviting you to trust the process. Let go of the fear of the unknown, because God works best in places you cannot predict. He waits until it feels impossible, and then He does the impossible. There will come a moment, a phone call, a message, an opportunity, a person, something unexpected, and everything will shift. You will look around and think, how did this happen? So fast. And a gentle whisper in your heart will say, it's grace. Alan Watts said that life becomes beautiful when you stop trying to control every outcome, because control is an illusion, and surrender is where true magic happens. The moment you stop chasing what is not yours, what is meant for you finds you. You don't have to force what is already written in your destiny. Whatever you lost, God is replacing it with something that cannot be taken away this time. You are not abandoned. You are being aligned, not rejected, but redirected, not forgotten, but chosen. Your struggle is not random. Your pain is not wasted. Your tears are not ignored. God is preparing a blessing so surprising, so perfectly timed, that it will leave you speechless. The very places where you felt shame will become the places of your greatest honor, where you bowed your head in defeat. You will lift it up in victory. You are standing at the edge of a chapter that will shock you in the most beautiful way, so breathe. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to trust. You are allowed to stop worrying about what you cannot control. Let go and let God, because the moment you surrender the fight is the moment heaven says, now watch what I can do. Your miracle is closer than you think. Your breakthrough is not far away. Your blessing is already walking toward you. Just a little more patience, a little more faith, a little more holding on. And then, suddenly, God will overwhelm you with favor beyond everything you imagined. You see, Most people spend their whole lives trying to control what they were never meant to control. They chase after things that were never meant to stay, and they hold on to people who were only meant to pass by for a season, and then they wonder why peace keeps slipping through their fingers. But peace doesn't come from control. Peace comes from trust. When you finally stop forcing life to be your way, you begin to see that God's way was never against you. It was only preparing you, shaping you, teaching you how to receive something bigger, because sometimes God hides blessings in the form of loss. He hides direction in the middle of confusion, and he hides miracles in moments that look like mistakes. You think it's over, but it's really just beginning. The universe has a rhythm, a silent flow, and when you stop fighting it, you start hearing it. Alan Watts once said that life is like music. You don't play a song to reach the end. You play it to enjoy the melody, the pauses, the rhythm. Every note matters. Every moment carries its own beauty. And that's how God writes your story. Not in straight lines, but in melodies, ups and downs, rises and falls. Because even the low notes give meaning to the high ones. The storm that scared you also taught you how to pray. The delay that frustrated you also taught you how to wait. The loss that broke you also taught you how to love. Every piece of pain you went through was shaping the wisdom you carry now. So don't curse the process, thank it, because without it, you would never become the person who's ready to receive what's next. God is not late. He is just building your roots deeper so that when the wind blows, you don't fall again. You wanted things fast, but he wanted things strong, and soon you'll understand why some doors had to close, why some people had to leave, and why you had to walk that road alone. Because the next chapter will require a version of you that only the waiting could build. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. And when that preparation is done, favor enters quietly, suddenly, powerfully. You'll wake up one morning and realize the heaviness is gone. The pain that used to scream so loud is silent now. The door that was locked for years is open, and you won't even know how it happened. You'll just feel peace, a deep sense of calm, a still voice saying, "It's time." That's when you'll know God just shocked you with favor. The kind of favor that makes everything finally make sense. The missed opportunity, the delay, the heartbreak, the detour. It all lines up perfectly, and you realize that nothing was wasted. Not a single tear, not a single prayer, not a single lonely night. Everything was a seed, and now it's harvest time. You are walking into a season where you won't have to chase. Things will flow to you. The right people, the right moments, the right blessings will just appear. Not because you earned them, but because you finally aligned with them. Because grace doesn't need effort, it needs surrender. Alan Watts often spoke about the illusion of control. He said, when you let go, when you stop trying to swim against the current, you realize the river was carrying you all along. You were never lost. You were being guided. And that's exactly what's happening now. You're being guided into something divine, something written for you long before you even knew how to dream it. The same God who saw you cry in secret will now bless you in public. The same God who watched you break will now show the world how he rebuilt you. And the same heart that once felt so empty will overflow with gratitude. You will laugh again, love again, trust again, because this time it's not built on fear, it's built on faith. Your storm is ending, your season is shifting. You will look back and realize that nothing was taken from you. Everything was transformed for you. The friendships that ended were never rejection. They were redirection. The failures that hurt you were not curses. They were classrooms. The delays that annoyed you were not denials. They were divine timing. You are exactly where you're meant to be, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. And soon, you'll see why. Because when God shocks you with favor, He doesn't just give you what you asked for. He gives you what you never knew you needed. He surprises you, overwhelms you, humbles you, and lifts you all at once. And in that moment, you'll whisper, "So this was the plan all along." You'll realize that faith was never about controlling the outcome. It was about trusting the source. So stop overthinking. Stop replaying the past. Stop questioning your worth. You've done your part. Now let grace do the rest. Sit back, breathe, and let life unfold the way it was always meant to. Because the chapter that's coming next is not about struggle. It's about reward. It's about peace, love, healing, and divine favor. You're about to step into the light after all those nights of darkness. And when it happens, you won't even need to explain yourself. People will see it. They will feel it. They will know that something greater touched your life. So keep walking, keep trusting, keep breathing. The same God who was silent during your waiting is now speaking through your blessings. And what He's about to do will not just answer your prayers, it will restore your faith in ways you didn't know were possible. The story is about to shift, and when it does, you'll understand why nothing else worked before. Because this is the moment God has been saving for you all along. You have been trying so hard to hold everything together, but sometimes life asks you to let things fall apart, because only when they fall can the right pieces come together. There is a wisdom behind every delay, a purpose behind every closed door, even behind every tear. God doesn't withhold to punish you. He withholds to protect you, to prepare you, to position you. You are not stuck. You are being placed right where you need to be, so that when the blessing comes, you're ready to carry it. Because the truth is, you can't enter a new season with the same old version of yourself. The old fears had to break. The old doubts had to surface. The old attachments had to fall away. You had to learn how strong you are, even when no one was cheering for you, even when you felt forgotten, even when the path made no sense. There were nights you wished the pain would just stop, but those nights built your endurance. Those nights made your spirit unshakable. And now, heaven is saying, it's time. Time for you to see why you had to walk through fire. Because you didn't walk through fire to come out with ashes. You walked through fire to come out gold. This is the part of your story where everything turns. The part where the prayers you once whispered with a trembling voice become testimonies. You speak with confidence. You will see restoration in places you thought were ruined forever. You will see opportunities rise where you saw emptiness. You will see joy bloom where your tears fell. Life is about to show you its kinder side. The version of you who survived the struggle is the version who will receive the blessing. You're not the same person you were last year, last month, even last night. Every moment has been shaping you into someone capable of holding the greatness coming your way. God is not giving you a small answer. He is giving you a big miracle, the kind of miracle that makes your whole past suddenly make sense. You will look back and realize, if that job had worked out, you would have missed your purpose. If that person had stayed, you would have lost yourself. If that plan had succeeded, you would have settled for less. Every disappointment was actually a rescue. You were being saved from paths that weren't meant for you. And now, you're being guided to the blessing that has always been yours. Alan Watts often reminded us that when you stop resisting life, life starts revealing itself to you. You notice that the universe was never against you. Your struggles were never meaningless. And your story was always sacred. You were never walking alone. Even in the silence, God was closer than your breath. He saw every sacrifice you made in private, every moment you chose faith instead of fear, every time you got back up when giving up felt easier. And because of that, He's about to reward you publicly. The favor coming your way will not be subtle. It will be visible, undeniable, unexplainable. People will say, something changed in you. They won't know that what changed was that God stepped in. The light that is about to shine from your life will be brighter because of the darkness you survived. Don't worry about who didn't believe in you. God believed in you, and that's why you're still standing. Don't worry about who walked away. God replaced their absence with his presence. Don't worry about the ones who doubted your journey. They'll soon see why you had to walk it. Your story is about to become someone else's hope. The blessing you receive will become proof to someone else that faith works. That God sees, God hears, God delivers. This is the moment where gratitude replaces fear, where peace replaces anxiety, where purpose replaces confusion. Take a deep breath, because everything you've been praying for is closer than you think. Your breakthrough is not coming someday. It's coming soon, closer than the next sunrise, closer than your next step, closer than your next heartbeat. And when it arrives, it will be bigger than the one you prayed for, because God does not return things in the size you lost them. He returns them multiplied, pressed down, overflowing. Soon, your I'm waiting will become it's here. Your I hope will become I know. Your maybe will become thank you, God. You survived the impossible. Now you will receive the unimaginable. So smile, even if you don't feel like it yet. Something good is already on the way. Something holy is moving in your favor. Something beautiful is being written with your name on it. The night will not last forever, and the dawn is almost here. Let go of fear, hold on to faith, and be ready, because God is about to shock you with favor, with opportunities, with restoration, with love, with miracles that make you fall to your knees in awe. This is your season, your turn, your answered prayer. Watch what God does next, because it will change everything.